Place is pretty packed tonight.
You'd be hard-pressed to find even a roach in here, and that's on a good night.
I guess I just came here for the atmosphere.
Have I seen you before? You seem familiar.
No, probably not. I don't usually make a habit of talking to older women at bars.
I prefer to be called a woman of a certain age. Speaking of age, you must have a really good fake ID. You look like you just graduated high school.
All right, you got me. I'm Greg Cassell, by the way.
It's a pleasure, Greg. I'm Jean.
Got to get something from the back.
I'm guessing you come here often.
Yeah, my husband loved this dump. I never knew what he saw in this place, but eventually it grew on me.
And where is your husband?
Dead.
I'm sorry for your loss.
It's fine. He was a wonderful man. We were just kids, but he taught me so much about life.
What did he do?
He flew planes.
Like in the Air Force?
Yep. Nobody loved flying more than him, and he was damn good at it, too.
I'm sure Hal was a great man.
Yes, he was. Wait. How do you know his name?
It's a lucky guess.
You're one hell of a guesser. What were you, some child game show whiz kid or something?
No, not quite.
Well, you could have fooled me, but seriously, how did you know?
Look, I know this is going to sound weird. Like, really weird. But did your husband have a chipped tooth from an accident while getting out of an airplane?
No, this is good.
He hated wearing socks.
Is this some kind of joke?
He was deathly allergic to cats.
Who would go to all this trouble to pull a prank on me?
And there's a spot behind your left ankle, and when he touched it, you'd get...
Hey, just keep it down, will you? Okay, this is starting to just get downright creepy. What, do you get your sick kicks from researching dead men and then going to scare the piss out of poor helpless widows just trying to enjoy themselves?
No, look, I'm sorry, I know how all this sounds, but please, if you can just give me a moment, I think I have something you want to hear.
Yeah, what might that be?
I think I'm your husband reincarnated.
I'm sorry. That was rude. I'm usually a calm person.
It's okay. I think I'm just crazy. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm sorry I disturbed you.
Were you serious?
If I keep talking, will you throw another drink at me?
Depends on what you have to say.
Okay. I know how all this sounds, and I don't want to believe it, but I keep seeing these things in my dreams, events I couldn't have possibly been at, and people I've never known, and I keep seeing them as clear as glass. It's like I'm walking around in a cloud of deja vu.
You should be talking to a doctor instead of me.
I knew you'd be here. I recognize this place. I could tell you used to come here all the time with him. I thought that if I came here, it would all make sense. But all I ask is that you hear me out. I just want my life to be normal again.
Okay, I'll hear you out. But if you're just jerking me around, I'm happy to show you this trick I learned that always manages to make annoying men go away.
Thank you. So it all started about a month ago. I was at a party celebrating one of my short stories being published. I'm a writer, by the way. Have you read any of my work by chance?
No.
So anyway, I was at the party celebrating, and then my agent called and said that my publisher wants a novel from me, and I got excited. I always thought I could be the next great American novelist. But then I got a little nervous, which led to a few drinks, and then a few more drinks, which led to my head hitting a metal door really hard. When I woke up in the hospital,
I'm sorry, kid, but could you cut to the chase? Your story needs some editing.
Okay, so after I hit my head is when the dreams began. It started with the plane crash. And then I started to see other things. Life events and people I've never known. I saw you quite a lot too, Jean. I don't know where any of this is coming from. I can't write. I can barely even sleep. It's hard enough living my own life, but now I have this other life that I'm seeing, and I can't help but think that I've lived all this before. My deadline's coming up soon, and I'm freaking out. I just feel like I need to figure all this out.
Do you remember Hal's and my first date?
It was at a crappy Italian restaurant.
I was promised the best spaghetti in Brooklyn, but what I got was Chinese noodles and ketchup. I couldn't have cared less. He could have made a dinner at McDonald's seem like the best night of my life.
He proposed to you at that same restaurant, right?
Yes. God, it was so long ago.
So do you think I'm crazy, or?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Do you think Hal was secretly a Buddhist or something?
No, Hal didn't really seem to care much what happened after all this.
So what if I am Hal?
But you're not.
Then how do you explain that I know almost everything that happened in his life?
There's a lot of things in life that can't be explained, kid. Intuitions, dreams, the sixth sense, whatever you want to call it. I also know you hit your head pretty hard. That alone can cause all kinds of shit to go wrong.
Look, the writing thing isn't working out like I thought. And it just has me thinking that maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. What if all this time I'm supposed to be Hal? I know what happened to you is something that no one deserves. I know what you and... Well, we had.
No. You're not him. It doesn't matter what you see. There's no one in this world who wants to see Hal again more than me, but I've accepted that he's gone.
That's depressing.
Yeah, it is, but you know what? I cherished every second I had with that man. There have been others since, but, well, they were nice. They couldn't even come close. I guess that's why I never took these off.
So what do I do?
Just because I'm old, kid, doesn't mean I'm wise, but if you ask me, you're pretty lucky. I'm sure you know how great a man Hal was, and for some reason you got to experience that firsthand. How about you try learning from him? If you become even half the man he was, I'd say that's something to be very proud of. Just be you. It's what you're good at.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I think now I know what to write about.
Yeah, well, if you get published, just make sure they don't make it into a goddamn movie. They're all crap these days.
I'll be sure. Hey, bartender, can we get a few drinks?
What should we toast to?
To Hal.
To Hal.